But
I did make a Halloween pumpkin.
you made a Halloween pumpkin. Very cool. Do you want to, can you show me at the end of the lesson?
Okay, it's out of my garden. It's
Okay.
a Vietnam pumpkin.
A Vietnam pumpkin? Well, I suppose it is, seeing as we're in Vietnam.
Very, very thick.
Very thick. Ooh. All right. So, class, welcome to today's lesson. I don't think you can see me very well, so I'm going to close that window.
I can still see you.
Maybe that's a bit better. And that way, you should be able to see my face without any like blurry light. Yeah, that's loads better. Okay, fantastic. All right, class. I am just in another part of my house. I'm in my bedroom now because my little office is broken. There's something called damp in there, which is where mold starts to make or starts to happen. So I have to wait for a builder to come and fix it. So for now, I'll just be here. All right, class, before we get into today's lesson, who remembers what we did on Friday? Lisa. For some reason, everyone always forgets over the weekend. Lisa?
I don't remember.
Anybody? Leave it hung, do you remember? No? I'll tell you what we did. We did a review. Remember, played a couple of games, did a couple of questions. And
I love word wall. I love word wall.
David loves word wall because we played some games on World War. Oh,
it's funner.
Word wall. It is. It is very fun. Now, class, what we're going to do in today's lesson is we're going to look at an idea and we're going to do a bit of a case study. All right. This is
What
a
is
little
a
bit.
Case study?
A case study is where we look at something someone is doing. So if you want to know like a science case study, you can study like Tesla, for example, and electronic cars. And then that would be a case study. You're studying everything about Tesla.
Like we are studying the outside better than the inside.
Yeah, we're studying something that is happening in real life.
It's like just like a lesson plus lesson.
Kind of, yeah, but we call it a case study when we find one thing, like one company or one person, and we study that person or company.
Oh.
So we're doing that today, class. Put your hands up if you know the name of the owner of Tesla. Lisa.
Is it Elon Musk? I don't remember his name. Yeah.
No, that's it. That's it. But it's pronounced differently. It's Elon.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Yeah.
And he had $100 billion.
He just went on Vietnamese TV yesterday.
Oh, really? Friday. That's cool. So yeah, he's a very smart person who owns and runs all these companies that do amazing things. So he's got SpaceX, which is obviously sending rockets to space. Tesla. He has other innovation technologies as well. And we're going to study him a little bit today. So
when he's small, he also fixed a BMW.
BMW. Really? All right, but first, class, before we study him, we need to understand this word. James, can you read the question? And Ruby, read the description.
Designing something new which solve a problem.
Okay, I didn't hear you read the question now. Can you say that bit again?
What is innovation?
Hey, well pronounced. Yeah, innovation. Okay, innovation.
Something new which solve a problem.
Yeah, designing something new. New from something old. This is a very important part of this word. Designing something new. All right. So before we actually get onto the examples, I'm going to show you innovation. All right, so let's get onto this big screen, shall we? Let me,
This is the past to future.
yeah. And it also shows us innovation in a product. Okay. 2 times this product was innovated. It was here. Well, actually, no, 3 times. The invention of the telephone. Then the telephone to the mobile phone, and then the mobile phone to the smartphone. All of these arrows show an innovation, something where a designer wanted to make it better and change the whole design. So,
The people who designed these are Jobs.
Steve Jobs created the first smartphone. That's right. But with the telephone and the mobile phone, that wasn't Steve Jobs. So let's have a look. Anmin, what's the big difference between a telephone and a mobile phone? What's the big difference?
It's smaller.
Nice. And what does it have?
The small screen.
Good. Does this one have a screen?
No.
No, not at all. Okay, so innovation can be a screen. Okay. And Min, do you have to have the mobile phone plugged in all the time?
No.
Do you have to have the telephone plugged in all the time?
No.
Are you sure?
Plug in all the time.
Yeah, this one has to be plugged into electricity all the time, so it can never leave your home. So that's why the telephone was innovated to become the mobile phone, so we could put our phones in our pockets.
And Mr. Jack,
Yes.
the telephone, we need to spin it.
Yeah, you need to spin it to find the digit. You're absolutely right. All right. So what I'm showing you here, class, is how objects are redesigned for innovation to create something new. Because after the mobile phone, we get the smartphone. All right. Now.
Or iPhone.
iPhone. Yeah, iPhone is a type of smartphone.
Apple.
Yeah, Apple. So class,
Apple.
the innovation that happened, we can see the screen got bigger. Okay. Now, a mobile phone was good for making phone calls and sending text messages. That was it.
And also,
the smartphone is good for making phone calls. What else is it good for? Alex?
Play games or apps.
Play games, apps, great. Anything else, class? Put your hands up if you've got any. Lisa?
Taking selfies, and you can also send email and see the time.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, tell the time.
We can look at a map. An
Take
online
selfies.
map.
I'm not sure how important that is.
I promise a little bit. We have
break. Yeah. David, I can hear you right. Just, Alex, GPS. Okay, so our list of things this phone can do gets bigger over time. Telephone, it can make calls. That's it. Mobile phone, can make calls, send text messages. Get to smartphone, calls, messages, emails, GPS, games, apps, time. You can even do a compass.
Health and compass.
Yeah. So as we go on, we create more innovations in our technology. Okay. So class, just at the bottom of this page, I have a course. Scientists and engineers research and discover new technology. Fill in the gap for the effect, please. Alex, can you read the effect and just go, for the blank?
Scientists and engineers blank new ways to design technology to help our daily life.
Very good. So everyone, let's write that in before we go to the other page. Speaking of time, so make sure my phone's there. Show me the time. Katie, what do you think the blank space is? What should it be? What's the key word? What's the word I keep using? Begins with I.
Innovation.
Yeah, so innovate would be the correct way. So that's brilliant. So yes, we can use this word instead of design when we are creating something new from something old. So scientists and engineers innovate new ways to design technology to help our daily lives. Okay, so give that right now. And now we're going to look at a bit of a case study. Oh, once you've done that, let's go back to this page. All right, so let's read the second one because there's nothing to answer there. That's just a nice sentence. So, Sophia, can you read the second example?
Okay. The blank of smartphone.
No, the second one. Read the second one, just because there's nothing to answer.
Innovation happens when creativity and technology are grouped together.
Yeah, I think your camera's going a little bit strange, but yeah, you're right. Yes, Sophia. Yes, hello. Very silent, Sophia. I'm not sure why. Okay, yeah. So innovation happens when creativity and technology are grouped together. Okay, I use these two things to create innovating ideas. Okay, and the first one, Anmin, can you finish the first sentence for me and say the word you think will finish the sentence?
The blah 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 of smartphones lets you use.
All right, that should be let us use.
Let us use a phone for many different reasons.
Good. What's the blank?
The between.
What's another word for the stages between? What are we doing? Are we designing or are we? What's the key word today?
Hello, Mr. J. Hello, Mr. J.
No, wait.
Hold on, Sophie. I'm just waiting for someone to answer. Anmin?
Because
Innovate.
I'm out.
Sophia, I'll talk to you in a minute. Just stop. I'm trying to listen to Anmin. Say that again.
Innovate.
Innovate. Yeah, that's right. Sorry about it. Yeah. So when we create something new from something old, we innovate. Or the innovation of smartphones lets us use a phone for many different reasons. Okay, the process or the journey it's been on. Okay. Nice. So class, just quickly, this is another example of innovation. I've shown you this before. We go from steam engine all the way to electrical. All right. So class, right now on our planet, which type of engine do we use the most? Draw on my screen. Which one do we use the most? Yeah, petrol engine or gasoline, as you guys call it. Nice, yeah. All right, class. So now show me which one will be the innovation we use. Hopefully everyone will be using in the next 20, 30 years. Great, fantastic. Yeah, but that's exactly right. The electric engine car. All right, class, we got some reading to do. Oh, this guy might be familiar to a lot of you. Stop drawing. Ruby, don't draw in his eyes. All right, so this guy might be familiar to some of you and might not be to others. So I'm going to color code some stuff. Here I got blue. Pink. Orange. All right, listen carefully, class, for readers and highlighters. Here we go. And Min, blue reader. Sophia, blue highlighter. James, pink reader. And Ronaldo, pink highlighter. Let's see who else. Who doesn't say much? Canan, orange reader. Ruby, orange highlighter. Okay, so can my blue reader please begin?
Elon Musk is a successful businessman and business who has founded several companies.
Nice.
He is known for the company Tesla Motors. In 2013, Musk announced a new idea called the Hyperloop. It is a transportation idea in which people ride in pods through interconnected tubes.
Nice. Orange. Of course it's Canan. Canan, are you on the toilet?
No, I'm here.
Okay, good. So you're reading orange, buddy.
The Hyperloop would run on solar energy and move at speeds of 700 miles per hour.
Nice. All right, class. So this is just a little introduction into Elon Musk and what he plans to do with something called a Hyperloop. All right. Now, Lisa. Lisa, where are you?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so will this Hyperloop use renewable or non-renewable energy as its resource?
It will use renewable energy as its energy source.
Yeah, so how do you know that?
It said that the Hyperloop would run on solar energy, which is renewable energy.
Yeah, that's it. That sun keeps popping up every morning and we can take it. Very good. All right, class. So what we're actually going to do today is we're going to look more at this Hyperloop, okay? Because this Hyperloop is considered an innovation of transport. If this is eventually made and designed and implemented across all the countries, we will be able to travel faster than we have before using renewable resources. This will slow the decline of using petrol cars. All right, so it'll have a positive effect. Alex, before your hand breaks off.
This is maybe it was didn't right on. Then the Hyperloop. The night.
Say that again. Oh, you think the Hyperloop wouldn't work at night because we're taking solar energy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what can we use to store energy?
Battery.
The moon.
What? The moon? How are we going to store energy on the moon? That's the craziest
We
thing I've
can
ever heard.
store it, but we need to go to the moon, and go to the moon. It's a bad idea.
Get light from the moon.
No, the thing is, David, light is reflected from the moon and it's not strong enough. We need to get it from the source, which is the sun.
Because it's brighter than the moon.
Yeah.
Hotter and...
Yeah, there's no thermal that comes off the moon. Anyway, David, just read this top sentence for me.
Hyperloop is the latest idea for innovating how we travel using renewable energy sources.
Brilliant. So we're going to have a quick look at this class. This video is very long, so I'm just going to show you little clips of it, just so you can visualize what they're doing. All right, and that way.
You put this on the announcement?
I haven't, but I can after these lessons.
On Adapted Mind
Wow,
Reading,
Business Insider.
build vocabulary and comprehension.
Well, do you watch these?
To choose from.
Get back!
In theory, you could go from
Do it.
It's 3.5 times faster than Japan's Shinkansen.
So the closest thing that we have to this is the bullet train in Japan, which you should all know about. That we studied it a little bit. The shape is based off the kingfisher bird. But this, I'll just let them talk, to be honest. All right, if it starts lagging, class, just close your mic, close your camera.
This is the future of high-speed transportation. It's 3.5 times faster than Japan's Shinkansen bullet trains, and even faster than a Boeing 747. It's a Hyperloop, magnetic pods levitating inside a tube at more than 1,000 kilometers per hour.
So class, to propel this, we're not using a fuel, we're using magnets. And those magnets need to be charged for electricity.
Mr. Jack,
Yes.
the one with the meters per hour, the shortest one will be the fastest. That will be the fastest.
Yeah, this little pod in the tunnel will go up to 760 miles an hour. But the current fastest train in the world goes at 200 miles an hour. So it will beat it.
Oh my shut.
Oh, you're what?
Shut.
Spell that word.
S-H-U-T.
Shut.
Oh,
Okay, with your accent, David, it sounds like that could be a bad word, so try not to say that, okay?
Press K.
I think the original word is I instead of you.
Yeah, so let's just in case someone's silly and accidentally says it, let's move on. David, be careful when you say shut, okay? All right.
In theory, you could go from LA to San Francisco in just 45 minutes. With tickets less than $100
45 minutes. You can't travel that fast on a plane.
one way. This technology could make working and living in two different cities a norm, while also creating a world with less congestion and pollution.
So if we start doing all of our deliveries and things in this too, then we'll have less trucks on the roads, less trucks, less pollution. This is another way that it's going to innovate and change the world if it happens.
Yeah.
This is an experiment they did.
And with a successful human test ride in November 2020, we could be less than 10 years away from it becoming reality. The concept of the Hyperloop became widely popular in 2013 thanks to Elon Musk's 58-page Hyperloop Alpha paper that outlined the design, cost, and safety of the concept. But the technology to bring it all together commercially was only recently fine-tuned, namely magnetic levitation, or maglev. Maglev is basically what allows a Hyperloop to go incredibly fast, thanks to the lack of friction between the passenger-carrying pods and the tube-shaped track. The general concept is simple. Magnets lining the bottom of the pod repel the tube material, levitating the pod as it runs.
As an engineer, I always get very...
So as far as this video goes, that's all we really need to watch because it is a very long video. But who finds this idea exciting?
Me.
Who would like to go on it one day? Yeah, I would. I think that'd be really cool. That'd be so
It will
great.
travel like crazy.
Well, think about it. Think about it. If you needed to go
travel on a
to when you're
roller
older and you need to go to Ho Chi Minh, maybe see some family and stuff, and you go underground, and you just turn up.
How about
But from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh is very long.
Yeah, it's very long, but this thing's very fast. It's 700 miles per hour.
It's
Oh
like
my
meow.
Okay, let me find this out for you. Let me find out how many miles.
Ho Chi Minh is at the southeast.
Hello. Between Hanoi. So I'll do the maths in my head right now. So it's about 1,000 miles. So, and it's 700 miles an hour. So that the train would get there in about 1 hour and 15 minutes.
1 hour and 15 minutes.
I think that's really already fast.
That's fast. There is no transport that gets you there that quick. The
Oh,
plane,
my.
maybe, but then the plane, you have to queue up for a long time. You got to mess around and you got to get to the airport. But yeah, if you get on a train, that just went, poof.
It's like flash.
Yeah, like super fast. All because of magnets that are charged by a renewable energy source.
I think he's really smart.
So I said that
It
again.
can also travel in the water too.
I think Elon Musk is really smart to
He
think
is.
out.
He is. He's very strange, but very smart. Usually the smartest people are also quite strange. But in a good
The
way.
famous engineer.
Yes.
Why is he strange?
Einstein. Albert Einstein
Very
was
excited about talking about magnetic.
but obviously did so much for us. All right. Okay, so class, in this picture, we have these green rings. We have the orange section that was described in the video as being a type of magnet. And then we have the green, that is the opposite type of magnet. Remember, what are the two ends of a magnet called, Lisa?
Magnet.
What's the two sides of a magnet called?
North and south.
North and south, yeah. So if I put south and south together, will it connect or push apart?
No, it will push apart.
That's it, yeah. Good,
Yeah,
good. So remember,
opposite.
opposites attract when it comes to magnets. And using this method, we're able to make a little capsule levitate and go super fast through this tunnel.
But if the orange is the north and the green is the south, it will stick to it.
Yeah. So what do you think it is?
Will create friction.
No, they're all the same charge.
This is crazy.
Yeah, so there'll be south in a south. Yeah, forcing it into the center. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but that's the base idea. Leave it at home. Please read the green, and then Katie, read the pink.
The green rings are the magnets which generate enough opposing force to make the vehicle hover.
Yeah, hover.
The pink boxes are what charge the magnets.
Good. So class, write this down. What is the fuel? If they're magnets, what is the fuel?
Batteries.
What's the fuel for the batteries?
Electricity.
Where does electricity come from?
Mr. Jack,
Yes, David.
the pink box generates the magnet.
No, generates electricity.
I know, charge the magnet.
Yeah, charge the magic. Charge means puts electricity into it. So when you charge your phone, you're putting electricity in your phone. Okay. So what's the fuel, class? Lisa's already told us once today what the fuel is. Can anyone remember? Ruby?
No.
No, I can't remember. We can only get this fuel in the daytime. Solar, that's it. Solar energy. So I'm going to put here electricity from solar energy. There we have it. Okay. So class, this is just one big example of a current innovation or trying to innovate a new technology to help humans and help people. All right. So class, just put your hands up. I want to know a few different ways that this will benefit humans. David, tell me one way it will benefit.
It will make our time get lesser, like not too long.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so David, let me rephrase that for you. We can save time.
We can save time, and it will not pollute the environment.
Yeah, nice. So you've accidentally given me 2 there, buddy. I only asked for 1. But that's fine. Any more, class? Leave it at home. Oh, he's disappeared. Sophia, Lisa.
It will create less pollution because it doesn't use gas or gasoline, use magnets to travel instead.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so fuel consumption is going to be solar energy, and it's not even going to use that much. Anything else, class? Can anyone think of a benefit that is not scientific?
Can you say again?
You can get, you guys won't know this, but economy and things like that. So create a lot more jobs. Yeah, people would be needed to fix these when they're broken. You need service people, just like at an airport. So it creates lots of jobs for a community if they have a station installed as well. But yeah, the main benefits are fast travel, eco-friendly, and hopefully affordable. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't cost a lot to buy a ticket on one of these.
It might be expensive.
Yeah, it might be, but I think the whole point is to make it inexpensive, like not expensive. So fingers crossed, right? Okay. So that actually brings us onto our homework class. Go and take a minute to explain this, just so I make sure we all understand. So I'm going to read it to you. Choose an innovation from the list below. Research and study why the innovation is a benefit to humans. How will the innovation affect our future? Why is it better than the previous technology? Okay, make a Google Slides presentation about the innovation you choose. So class, we have a list here at the bottom. All right. These range in difficulty. All right, so electric cars, that's a pretty easy project for you to do. You can do that if you want. Okay, study Tesla. All right, why these cars are better than petrol cars. Yeah, make a presentation about it. Wind turbines. That was an innovation to collect the energy from the wind. Hyperloop, we've just studied that a little bit today, but you could study it more. Solar panels, again.
Hey, study.
Yeah, again, solar panels. Yeah, they've not always been around. We figured out how to collect the energy from the sun by studying the leaf on a plant. The light bulb, Thomas Edison first generating electricity with a light bulb. Aquaponics, this is going to be the most difficult one, so I don't expect anyone to do it.
What is aquaponics?
Do you know what it is?
I don't know.
Ah, well, study it and find out.
Okay.
But yeah, it's basically you put fish in a fish tank, you put plants in the top, the fish waste feeds the plants, and then the plant waste feeds the fish, and it's a life cycle, and you can grow plants.
Biomass?
Nope, completely different. Just look it up. Look it up, David, if you're intrigued on to do that one. So I'd say aquaponics is the most difficult one to try. Electric cars. Actually, you know what? All of them are easy apart from aquaponics. So if you want a challenge, do aquaponics. If you're a little bit stuck, just do one of the other ones. All right, but choose one of these, make a presentation about the innovation of the technology. All right. So just a quick example. Lisa, just as a quick example for everyone, can you tell me why electric cars are better than the previous technology?
Electric cars are better because it did not uses gasoline to run, so it will not create different pollution.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So you basically answered one of those questions, but I'd want you to answer it in your presentation with images, diagrams, whatever you can find off the internet. Now, class, is anyone a little bit stuck or confused about the homework? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Lisa.
Can I use Google Docs instead of, Google presentation?
Did I write? Yeah, I prefer it when you use Google. Oh, why do you want to use Google Docs?
Actually, in presentation, I don't have a lot of ideas to decorate the presentation, so I just
Okay. Well, I can show you some tricks if you want. I was late to class, so I can show you a few tricks.
because sometimes there is the part of decoration I really don't have time to decorate it. So
Oh, come on. It's so quick to decorate. Let me show you.
the design for
the Google Slides recommend some designs, but yeah.
Well, you don't like it? Well, look, I'll show you something you can do. All right. So here's title page. I always get rid of the title page. I never like it. New slide.
Yeah, I just get
I always get rid of these every time. No need. All right. Say if this is my opening page, I want to do something like this. Okay. I just go straight onto Google. Tesla. Google images. Let's have a look what I can do. Oh, that's nice. I think this one. Oh, this would be quite smart. I could get this one. Copy image. That's all. It's so quick just to press that. Copy. That's it. Now I'm done.
I know how to copy image, but
I know.
I'm a bit lazy.
But I could put it in here. Great. Now, if I wanted to be quite funny, I could put shape here. Put it like here. And now I can just write in this. There we go. So I've just replaced the screen with my title, and then I can centralize the text. I can even make it bigger. I can do a nicer color. Welcome to my presentation.
Actually, I know how to decorate, but still sometimes I get too into the decorating. So maybe I will not focus on the main part in the presentation.
Okay, what I would do for you, because I'm like this too, is every single bit of writing you want to do, write it out in Google Docs and just do small paragraphs. Okay, so you've got all your information done. Yeah, all the important things. Do that in Google Docs. Then start your Google Slides, decorate it, and then add the text you've already made, copy that into and put that in the correct places. Yeah. Also, class, a little trick is instead of using a text box, use a shape, because you can get more interesting shapes. For example, you can get one with like a rounded off here, and then you can actually play around with it a little bit as well. See? So now I've got a new and interesting shape to write in. Okay. So yeah, try and use the shapes a little bit more. And then class, you can upload GIFs. If you save a GIF from the internet. See, I've got all my GIFs here. So let's find the stressed one. Again, and then you can double click it. You can change the shape of it. If you double click your picture,
Mr. Jack,
this, shapes, then you can change it to whatever you want.
Mr. Jack, how could you do this like the man shouting and then it repeat? Because I don't know that trick.
That's just
very easy.
If you find the GIF on the internet and the GIF repeats on the internet, and then you press save image, then it will just do it for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So there's just a few little like design ideas there, class, for presentation.
I didn't know how to use 3D on a presentation.
Okay. Well, anyway, class, I've gone over my time. I'm going to let you guys get off. Thank you very much. I'll upload it soon. I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr.